In this demo, we're going to show how Bob Blue can work collaboratively together with Peter Red by sharing the customers folder. He simply needs to add Peter with his email address to that folder, give him permissions, and optionally also give a message to Peter. When that is done, Peter will be notified, and at the same time we will see that the folder customers is starting to sync. Everything in there is synced. Peter can decide to sync down the folder. He can change the location if he wants, but in this case we're just going to sync down the folder to the Syncplicity folder. Everything is there, and we'll see that both folders, both computers eventually are in sync. Collaborating together means that when one document is created on one side, the document gets synced on the other side. So Bob creates a meeting report on his computer, saves the document, and that version will then be synchronized to Peter's computer. That is cool, but what happens if two people open the same file at the same time? Well, at that moment, you'll see the power of Syncplicity. The Syncplicity App Tab feature will notify both Bob and Peter that the other person is looking also at the same time at the document. So when Peter starts making modifications on his computer, Bob will get a notification on his computer. That new version will be synchronized from Peter's computer to Syncplicity, and in order to avoid any version conflict, Bob is notified that there is a new version which he can immediately switch to. And this is really making your work more efficient and be more collaborative when people are working together in a group. But what happens if the version conflict occurs offline, or when you would ignore all the warnings? Well, let's show what happens at that moment. In this case, both Bob and Peter will ignore all the warnings and will create their own version of the file. Both will make some modification, a different modification, and despite that Syncplicity warns you about a potential version conflict, each will just save his own version. At that moment, Syncplicity will create two additional files, which we call version conflict resolution files. These files are there to help you to resolve the conflict, because we don't want to end up with all these version conflict files. Peter has a problem. His file actually shows that there is a branch created. And according to the documentation that we have online, in order to resolve this problem, he needs to combine those files into one new version. And that is what he's going to do. Peter is going to use the feature from Word to combine the two conflicting versions, the one from Bob and his own version, together into one document. Word will visualize the modifications that both authors have made, and in order to resolve the conflict, Peter takes the branch from Bob marked in blue and merges that into his version, saves that. That version is going to be synchronized to Bob's computer, and at that moment we no longer need the version conflict resolution files. And at the end, we're back in sync. We're also going to show you how you can upload pictures from a mobile device. The Syncplicity mobile client follows the design concepts of both Android and iPhone. And despite their little differences, we simply navigate very intuitive to our folder Customer B, in which we want to upload a picture. You could create a new document, record audio, or create a video. In this case, we're simply gonna upload that one single photo, snap it, and upload it into Syncplicity. And in order to upload the file, we need to give it a name. Syncplicity suggests a name with the date of creation, but we're going to change that name into the device it was created from. The photo is uploaded, and when that is done, we can see the file in our Customer B folder. In order to be storage and network efficient, Syncplicity also performs de-duplication, which means when you upload a unique file, Syncplicity will start synchronizing that file from your device to Syncplicity. And that initial upload might take some time depending on where your storage vault is and which connection you have between your client and the storage vault. When the file is done and you would upload a duplicate file, which means it has a similar hash, then Syncplicity will not upload the file, it will simply mark the file as synced. And thanks to this efficiency, we also see that the files are downloaded quicker on Peter's computer. And with that, we are concluding our demonstration, and we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.